My elderly neighbor kept putting food on my doorstep, and I thought she was lonely until I saw what was in the casserole. Mrs. Chen moved in next door 6 months ago. Sweet old lady, maybe 80, always smiling. Within a week, she started leaving food on my doorstep. Dumplings, spring rolls, noodle soups in Tupperware containers. At first, I thought it was a cultural thing, making friends through food. I'd eat whatever she left, then return the clean containers with a thank you note. She'd beam at me and wave from her window. The food kept coming, every other day like clockwork. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Always in the evening, always still warm. I started feeling bad. This woman was clearly spending hours cooking for me. I bought a fruit basket, left it on her doorstep with a card that said, "You're too kind. Please don't feel like you need to keep cooking for me." The next day, 3 containers showed up, twice the usual amount. My girlfriend Emma stayed over one weekend. She ate the lo mein Mrs. Chen left. "This is incredible," she said. That night, Emma got sick. Not terribly sick, just nauseous. Couldn't keep anything down for 2 days. "Must be food poisoning," she said. I didn't connect it to the food. Mrs. Chen's cooking had never made me sick. 3 weeks later, I went on a work trip. 5 days in Denver. When I got back, there were 7 containers stacked on my doorstep. I threw the old ones away and microwaved the fresh one. Beef with vegetables. That night, I woke up at 3 a.m. with my heart racing, pounding so hard it hurt. My hands were shaking, sweating through my sheets. Called my doctor the next morning. She ordered blood work. The results came back weird. "Your potassium levels are through the roof," she said. "That's what caused the heart palpitations. Have you been taking supplements?" I wasn't taking anything. The doctor prescribed a medication to flush the potassium out. Told me to watch what I was eating. Mrs. Chen noticed I stopped eating her food. The containers piled up on my doorstep, unopened. She knocked on my door on a Friday evening. "You don't like my cooking anymore?" she asked. She looked hurt. No, I said. "I've just been trying to cook more myself." She nodded slowly. "You should eat. You're getting too thin." She wasn't wrong. I'd lost about 15 pounds in the past few months. A week later, Emma came over. "Hey, didn't you say Mrs. Chen has been cooking for you for months?" "Yeah, why?" "3 times a week. Every week since she moved in." Emma's face changed. "That's a lot of effort for a neighbor." "She's just nice," I said, but Emma looked unconvinced. "Or she's lonely, and you're her project." That made sense. Lonely old woman, new neighborhood, no family around. I felt guilty for avoiding her. Decided I'd start accepting the food again. The next container that appeared was a casserole. Chicken, vegetables, rice. I was about to microwave it when I noticed something stuck to the bottom of the Tupperware. A piece of paper, folded up tight. Prescription receipt. I unfolded it. The name on the prescription was Mrs. Chen. The medication was digoxin. I googled it. Heart medication, derived from foxglove plants. Used carefully in tiny doses for heart conditions. Used wrongly, it's poison. Symptoms of overdose. Nausea, vomiting, confusion, irregular heartbeat, high potassium. My hands started shaking. I looked at the casserole, then at the stack of empty containers I'd accumulated over months. I called the police. They came within 20 minutes. Took the casserole, the receipt, all the empty containers. "Why would she do this?" I asked. The officer shook his head. "We'll find out." They arrested Mrs. Chen that night. Searched her house. Found bottles and bottles of digoxin. Her own prescriptions plus her dead husband's. 60 pills missing from the bottles. Enough to kill someone 10 times over. During questioning, she confessed everything. Her husband had died a year ago, right after his 81st birthday. "I didn't want to be alone," she told the detective. "I thought if I could make him sick, just a little bit sick, he'd need me. He'd depend on me, and I'd have a reason to see him every day." She'd been slowly poisoning me for months. The only reason I survived was because she'd been spacing out the doses. Small amounts. Not enough to kill quickly, just enough to make me weak. Emma cried when I told her. "That's why I got sick that weekend. That's why you've been losing weight." The prosecutor charged Mrs. Chen with attempted murder. During her trial, she kept insisting she never wanted to kill me. "I just wanted to help him," she said. "I just wanted someone to need me." She got 12 years. That's how I found out my sweet elderly neighbor was trying to murder me with kindness.